It's all about truth. All of it. Every single thing. All boils down to the truth. We all want truth. The truth will set you free.
All right, we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me here today to talk about this epic trial. I'm just going to share this stream right now. I hope you guys can do the same. Tweet it out, put it on your Facebook, put it on whatever other social media you guys are currently on. Let people know we're going to be live for the next little while here. I'm just out running some errands today. You know, sometimes life just gets in the way, but you just can't allow that to happen when there's such important news going on all the time. So I'm just going to take this time right now to pop off quickly and go live. Let me just tweet this out as well, guys. So hopefully you guys can do the same. Let's see. We currently have 65 people watching, but only 15 thumbs up. That doesn't add up, guys. Come on, click that like button. Let's get this one going. Okay. We tweeted it out. We're good. I am currently in downtown Vancouver on my hotspot using my data. But as I said, because of the utmost importance of getting this information out there. And of course, today, we are going to be talking. Let me flip the screen so don't have to stare at my ugly mug all the time. We're going to be talking about, obviously, the big trial. Ghislaine Maxwell, the former girlfriend of Jeffrey Epstein, the billionaire pedophile who, you know, was running in very high inner circles of the world's most rich and famous and powerful and influential people. And it's all coming to a head now. So let's take a look at this. Let me fix this so it's not all glitching out. Here's some of the latest. This is just from 24 minutes ago from the New York Times live updates. Accuser who took the stand, I guess Maxwell was like an older sister before Epstein's abuse began. The woman who said she was recruited for sex by Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein at the age of 14 testified in Miss Maxwell's sex trafficking trial. And, you know, they're probably going to claim that they didn't know about certain ages. And I know Maxwell's already claiming she didn't do anything wrong at all. But that remains to be seen. I mean, I think we all know what the truth is. She was Jeffrey Epstein's, you know, basically like his number two. You know, she did all the setting up of things for him. In fact, the pilot testified today, took the stand, and mentioned that she was often the one who would arrange the flights, who would make sure that he was getting paid, and all that sort of stuff. And he also did point out that it wasn't just a business relationship; it was much more than that. First accuser testified, says she was frozen in fear by Epstein's abuse. Witness says Epstein and Maxwell befriended her with promises to help her performing arts career. Epstein's longtime pilot, and the cockpit door stayed closed on the financier's planes. That's interesting. You know, the pilot has already claimed that he's never seen them, like, you know, holding hands or kissing or anything like that. Yet he still says it's a, quote, romantic, or not so much a romantic relationship. However, it's more than a friendship, he says. We got 4 takeaways from the first day of the trial. Okay, this is all down here. Here's where it talks about she was frozen in fear. Before we get into all this, guys, I want to point out to you as well. We'll take a quick look at some of these other updates. But someone I know, a friend of mine, who I just interviewed recently because he was on trial in the Kyle Rittenhouse case. And the prosecutors continuously used his his footage, even in their closing arguments, and that was my friend Kriston Harris. And he is now actually at the courthouse covering this case live. Yes, he got in. He's not allowed to tweet anything out or take anything down electronically, but he's been taking notes. And he's been publishing his notes. And I've already read through them all. It's great. And yeah, it looks like somebody's already printed this all out for him. You got the opening statements, and he's just kind of got bullet points here, right? Because he's sitting in the courtroom jotting all this down. Evidence, for example, shows life of extraordinary wealth and luxury, owned entire private island, private planes, personal and intimate relationships. She was Epstein's closest associate. The defendant, Maxwell, was a lady of the house. 2, culture of silence. Rules for the staff were very strict, apparently. Heinous crimes, sexually abusing teenage girls. Targeted daughters of single mothers. Wealthy, powerful, well-connected. They'd pay for schools, lessons, acting stuff. Operating in plain sight. Next stage involves grooming them for sex. Massage, ? And, you know, that's one thing that I know the prosecution is constantly going to bring up, is that they say they were procuring these girls to bring them just so they would massage him. And I think everybody knows it's not just a massage that's going on with these minors once they enter his little massage room or whatever. And Ghislaine Maxwell can play dumb all day, but hopefully this jury will see it for what it is. But having said that, as I'm sure you've probably already heard, some of the people involved in this are very questionable. James Comey's daughter or something like that, the one who accidentally lost the CCTV footage of the Epstein suicide tapes, is involved. The judge is from, it's like a playoff of the Skull and Bones at Yale University. What was it? Quill and Dagger, I think they called it. You know, so it's already looking like, you know, things are being set up in Maxwell's favor, or at least not so much her favor, but to protect some very rich and powerful people who are being implicated in this. And there's a lot of people, like we're talking about, you know, Bill Clinton, you know, the Prince, Andrew, Donald Trump. They've all already been named, all these people. Kevin Spacey, Chris Tucker, and there's a whole bunch of others. You know, Clinton himself, I think he flew like 26 times. That's been recorded on various trips around the world. One was a humanitarian mission to Africa. Yeah, Epstein and Clinton on their way to Africa for a private little humanitarian mission. So this is why this trial is so important, is because so many high and influential people are implicated in this, that if the full truth comes out, I think people are going to be absolutely shocked at the high level and type of people who are actually pedophiles, that we've all, you know, seen, you know, on the TV, in politics, in the movies. And yeah, I think people are going to be rather shocked by it all, as they should be. Facts of the case: massages escalated to touching. Defendant Maxwell recruited and groomed them for abuse. She knew exactly what was going to happen. She was essential to the scheme, lured with promises of a brighter future, living a life of extraordinary wealth, invited to Palm Beach for tea, gives us scholarship to befriend children, took them to movies and shopping trips, paid for voice lessons. The defendant Maxwell was there for frequent, horrifying massages for years. Traveled to New York, multiple girls targeted. It goes on and on. Here are the counts, guys. We got 6 counts, 4 for transporting over state lines, 2 for sex trafficking of minors. And then there was the 2005 mansion in Palm Beach, and then the 2019 mansion in New York. Different instances, I guess. Both covered in pictures and paintings of naked women. All evidence points to child exploitation and entrapment. They are dangerous predators. And here's more of Kriston's notes as he sits there on the case, putting this out for everybody. Close attention to evidence. Listen to the judge. Common sense. What is this? Trial is about memory, manipulation, and money. For the main accusers, Jane, Annie, Kate, and Carol, there's 4 different stories, 4 separate claims. Some of them can't pinpoint dates, I guess. Changing stories. Memory changes can be contaminated over time. This sounds like it's the defense here, saying that these people aren't credible, untrustworthy. It says uncorroborated, no documentation, done for personal or monetary gain. That's insane. I think 3 of the women are anonymous here. No eyewitnesses to their accounts. Yeah, that's because he lured them onto a private island. I mean, this is crazy. 2008 fall from grace. I guess there was diet changes, solitude, entourage, lawyers, media, and money. All have impacted memory. Benefactor paid for lessons, prestigious professional school, apartments, Epstein's victim compensation fund. Each of the 4 victims have received millions. Annie, 41, physiotherapist, has received 1.5 million. Kate, 44, over the age of consent, ambitious, jet-setter lifestyle, dated older men, used drugs, 3.4 million. JK continued a relationship with Epstein for over a decade. Carol, troubled past, dangerous lifestyle, lots of drugs, recruited by Virginia Roberts in 2007 Palm Beach. Looks like they're second and third hand witnesses. Lawrence Visceral, employed by Epstein. And that's my beautiful wife and little guy. Let me flip the camera here for a sec. As I said, guys, I am out and about today, running errands. There they are. There's Tony. Hey, Tone. What's going on? You got yourself all soaking wet there, huh? Yep. So we are just currently waiting for our other guy to finish his haircut for the day. But yeah, that's what we have there. Okay, let me get back to these notes for a sec real quick. Yeah, so what was that? Second and third hand witnesses, pilot captain from July 91, flew every 4 days from 1994 to 2004. That's a lot of flights. Yeah, I think Epstein himself was logged in at over 1,000 flights. David Rogers, the pilot, Palm Beach, Santa Fe, St. Thomas, New Mexico, and Virgin Islands. Yeah, great job, Kriston Harris. I believe he's in the courts again today. He's got a GoFundMe here, guys, to help him with his, he had to travel, and he's, staying out of town, probably in a Airbnb or hotel or something, and he's going to be, just there to bring us this information. So if you feel so inclined, check it out, therundownlive.com. He's got live coverage going, and he's got a GoFundMe there, it looks like, therundownlive.com. All right, I'm going to give this a refresh because this is updating in real time from the New York Post, so it should be interesting to see what they have to say. Live updates here, latest coverage on the sex trafficking case. Let's see. Maxwell's defense reveals strategy, the Bible, manipulated victims, and a, quote, scapegoat. Yeah, I heard about this already. Let's read this real quick. The first Maxwell and Epstein accuser who took the stand Tuesday said she received a multi-million-dollar payment from a victim fund, which was set up by the financier's estate. I mean, isn't that kind of admitting a bit of guilt already? Because of that, the accuser identified as Jane told Assistant U.S. Attorney Allison Moe that she agreed to dismiss a civil suit in 2020 that she brought against Maxwell and Epstein. Jane said she ultimately received more than $2 million from the fund, and added she has no financial stake in the outcome of his trial. The stuff they were saying about the Bible there, maybe we could find that. At some point, the defense said, ever since let me just keep scrolling through to see if I can find it. for the exact words, but it was something along the lines of, you know, ever since Eve, women have been getting blamed for men. It was just that was, I think, in the opening statements of the defense, which is pretty wild. All right, let me quickly switch over here and take a quick look at some of your comments. I'm just gonna flip the screen so you don't have to see all this doubled up here. So I'm just gonna scroll back through. All right, we currently have 233 people tuned in, 129 thumbs up. That doesn't add up. Come on, guys, we need more thumbs up. Click that like button. Share the stream as well. I've got, another hour to kill here until I pick up my other dog. So, yeah, please get that out there. Long Live Jaws says Pizzagate is real. Yeah, indeed it is. You know, there's multiple facets to that. You know, the emails that ended up coming out are very real. Very, very questionable language going on in those emails. The Comet Ping Pong basement, you know, operated by Hillary Clinton, that was a red herring that was introduced to try to steer the focus away from the real Pizzagate conspiracy, essentially. And now you got me talking about that on a live stream, so that's probably going to get us nuked, but that's okay. As you know, I don't censor myself here on this channel. I'm just coming off of a recent ban, actually, for a couple of weeks, because I said some things that they didn't like. Let's go, Brandon. Seen a lot of that. I agree. Okay, a lot of comments. Prince Andrew, somebody says yes. He has been implicated. Wow, Dan, I'm surprised to see you live streaming here on YouTube. I know it's just kind of a one-off today because I'm kind of running around doing errands and I want to get a video. I wanted to get out a video about this yesterday, but I also, you know, sometimes life takes over and you got to deal with that first and foremost. So, but here we are. I have a moment to go through this now, so we're doing it. All right, thanks for the thumbs up, guys. We're up to 177 now. Greatly appreciated. Don't forget to share this stream. I'm just going through all the comments here, looking for questions, really. If you have any questions, just shoot them in the comments. See a lot of comments here. Anyone have faith in this trial? Harris asks. Do you mean faith that it's going to, you know, justice is going to be served? It's really hard to say, but not by the looks of it when you look at who, you know, who's involved on the, you know, the prosecutors, the judge. You know, maybe we'll try to pull some of that stuff up here. Let's see. Give us the book of names. Yeah, the little black book that was published in 2015, I believe, was the first time I saw it, and started going through the names and seeing all these people. If you guys are going to be absolutely shocked at how many people are implicated in this, not just powerful, influential politicians, but famous, you know, actors and musicians like Beyonce and Jay-Z. I mean, you know, the list is very, very, very extensive. We already talked about Spacey and Tucker, and the likes of Prince Andrew and Bill Clinton and Donald Trump. But that's really just the tip of the iceberg. Let's see. Rip to the pilot, says Fabian M. Yeah, should probably be saying that. Hashtag the pilot didn't kill himself. Gotta focus on this Maxwell stuff. Yep, great work, Dan. Says Harris, thank you. Glad you appreciate my efforts here. Once again, as I said, we're just sitting in a parking lot on my hotspot using my data just so we can get this out there because it's of the utmost importance, you know. Massive, massive implications here if this trial goes the way we all hope it will. All right, I think I've gotten back to the bottom of the comments, and I don't see any any questions. 257 people watching right now with 196 likes. Come on, guys. We need about 60 more thumbs up right about now. Let's take a look at this. Maxwell trial testimony of Lolita Express pilot continues today. The first witness called in Ghislaine Maxwell's trial yesterday was the pilot of the infamous Lolita Express, which flew Epstein and whoever he was palling around with at the time to the disgraced financier's private island. The list of those who flew with Epstein reportedly includes Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, Prince Andrew. The pilot Lawrence Paul Viskowski Jr., was hired by Epstein in 1991. He was asked Monday about Epstein's relationship with Maxwell, which he called couple-ish, but not romantic. I wouldn't even categorize it as romantic, he said during his direct examination. He did, however, note that the relationship was more than, just business. According to the New York Post, Visowski said that he never witnessed Maxwell or Epstein holding hands or kissing. He testified that Maxwell managed Epstein's many households, including hiring staff and decorating the residences. During opening statements, prosecutors characterized Maxwell as a lady of the house who was involved in every single detail of Epstein's life. Prosecutors will continue to try and make the case that Maxwell was crucial to Epstein's scheme to sexually abuse underage girls on Tuesday. It's interesting that that she was in charge of the decorating of the residences. Let me see if I could find this. The painting that everybody knows was hanging in one of Epstein's residences. I think it was in the home in New York. But here it is. I'm just pulling it up here, guys. Yeah, there. That painting. Hang on one sec. Let me... Yeah. You guys seen this? Yeah, that is that was hanging on the wall in Epstein's place. Pretty creepy stuff. Pretty creepy stuff. And in fact, the same artist who did this has another well-known piece of another former president, and it's Bush. Let me see if I can find that too. Why not? Hang on. Okay. Oops. Okay. I have my keyboard set up so that it triggers my camera. So yeah, unfortunately, every time I hit a certain button, it's flipping back and forth between the camera here. So let me just pull this one up for you too. Well, here, I'll just show you this. So this is the painting that was found hanging in one of Epstein's estates of his good friend, Bill Clinton. Flew on the Lolita Express 26 times with him. And this is another piece by the same artist. And it's George Bush sitting there with the two towers knocked down with some paper airplanes in his hands, looking like a little kid just playing. Yeah, bizarre stuff. Guys, if you're just tuning in, I want to remind you that my friend Kriston Harris is at the trial right now. He has been taking notes from the inside because that's all that they're allowed to do is have pen and paper. And somebody's already transcribed all these notes right here, as you can see, for him into text. You can read the facts of the case. We already went all over this. If you want to, check back on the video later, you can do that. Here's all the counts again: 6 counts, 4 counts of transporting over state lines, 2 counts of sex trafficking of minors, certain, different locations for that, both covered in pictures, paintings of naked women. All evidence points to child exploitation and entrapment. So let's get back to this updated New York Post article. and see if we have anything new, because they're updating it all the time. An hour ago, Epstein accuser testifies she received payment from Epstein Victim Fund. Oh yeah, we already read that. Let me refresh this then. See if we got anything new for today. And yeah, look up, what was it, Quill and Dagger, or something like that. I'll have to find that again to find out who that judge is. Yeah, so nothing new on the New York Post. And let's just try the live updates for the New York Times here before we head out and I go pick up my other dog from his haircut. All right. First accuser testified she was frozen. Yep, we read that already. Again, guys, remember this this trial is going to be ongoing for quite some time. I think we're looking at probably about 6 weeks in total, I believe they figure. So yeah, there's gonna be lots to cover. They're probably gonna have a lot of eyewitness testimony, a lot of witnesses to call to the stand, a lot of back and forth as it goes. And I know she's facing a few other charges that are going to be held in entirely other separate trials altogether. So yeah, I'm going to be covering this over the next 6 weeks or so. But it started yesterday, and I didn't get a chance to put it out yesterday, and I wanted to take the small window of opportunity that I had today to do that, guys. Let me know if you have any other questions. Probably going to end this stream soon because, as I said, I got to go pick up my dog soon, and I'm here with my beautiful wife and other little guy who are just patiently waiting for us to finish up the stream here. So before we do, let's just one more time, we'll just double check on the latest. And let me do this. Sorry guys, bear with me. Once again, don't forget to share this stream. Let's take a look at if it's trending on Twitter right now, which I would be quite surprised if it is not. Here, let me switch the screen for you. Islamophobia is trending for some reason. We'll have to check that out. Here we go, Epstein. And let's look at some of the top tweets. I gotta fix this. Hang on. That's how it's supposed to be. Okay, trending. Trial of Maxwell continues. Woman using the pseudonym Jane testifies in federal court Tuesday. Says Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell gave her money, bought her gifts, including underwear, and repeatedly sexually abused her, beginning when she was 14. Let's check out let's go to the Epstein trend and check out some of the top tweets on this, out of curiosity. Yeah, the Maxwell trial tracker. I would suggest you guys follow this Twitter account. It's just another guy who's out there, on the scene, tweeting everything out. Epstein's pilot just confirmed that Donald Trump flew on Epstein's plane. This is in direct contradiction to what Trump has stated. Not good for the elites of the world. So yeah, pilot confirmed Trump flew. Today's sex trafficker Epstein associate Ghislaine Maxwell goes on trial. Regardless of party, I hope all of the guilty, high-powered politicians get dragged down too. Every last one of them. 22,000 likes on that tweet. A lot of people, rightly so, paying close attention to this. As Ghislaine Maxwell trial begins, keep in mind this painting that hung in Jeffrey Epstein's home. Yep. Here she is. The lead prosecutor, check this out, in Ghislaine Maxwell's trial is Maureen Comey, James Comey's daughter. Maureen Comey was responsible for the accidental deletion of the CCTV tapes of Epstein's cell. And here in the photo is the judge check this out. Judge Allison Nathan is presiding over the Ghislaine Maxwell trial. She's a member of Skull and Bones' sister secret society, Quill and Dagger. She was John Kerry's associate national counsel in 2004. She was a special assistant in the White House counsel to Barack Obama from 2008 to 2010 and appointed to the federal bench of Obama. She was appointed to the appeals court this year by Biden. So an Obama appointee, a member of the Quill and Dagger offshoot of the Yale University Skull and Bones, you know, associate of Skull and Bones member John Kerry as well, just so happens to be the judge. And this is the same judge who said that there's going to be a gag order essentially on this trial. The cameras aren't allowed in there, you know, nothing's allowed in there, just a few select reporters who are allowed to take notes. That's about it. So, I mean, I would not be surprised if this thing just completely gets swept under the rug because of, as we said, the prosecution is Comey. The judge is a sister to the Skull and Bones secret society, Quill and Dagger. I mean, it's starting to look like this thing might be all rigged. Maxwell trial tracker. Jane says she first had sexual contact with Epstein at age 14, with Maxwell present in the room. Maxwell is not a victim. Let's just go to this guy's thing and see what his latest is. He's got this from 1 hour ago. It's only day 2 of the Maxwell and Epstein trial. We will cover it all. Nothing left untouched. So again, guys, I'd strongly encourage you to check out Tracker Trial, at Tracker Trial on Twitter. Oh, wow, he's already up to almost 500,000 followers. That's great. And I've been following this one as well. So, I think I might leave it at that, guys. There's a few other things we can touch on. Let me just quickly, before we do, check on your comments. See if there's any questions or anything like that as well before I go. Somebody says, my friend is a victim of Epstein. Sorry to hear that. I'm sure there's probably a lot of victims out there, a lot. I don't know if you guys knew that Epstein was a eugenicist, but he was also, he literally wanted to impregnate, like have his DNA in thousands and thousands and thousands of people all over the world. That was a dream of his. In fact, I made a video. You know what? I'll show you. Let's do this together. We'll go to my website. And, hang on, if I type it in, it's going to mess everything up. So let me just copy and paste it from here. Okay, we're going to do this. And this is something you guys can do too. If you're ever wondering, oh, I wonder what Dan has to say about this particular topic, or has he ever covered this? Just go to my search feature on my website and type in, you know, a keyword like Epstein. Let's type in Epstein and see what we get. Yeah, Gates squirms at Epstein question. Biden answers no questions, and Ford's daughter is an anti-vax rant. Yeah, I get into it here. This one in particular, more so. The truth about the Jeffrey Epstein-Bill Gates connection and their eugenics agenda. I get into the connection between Bill Gates and Jeffrey Epstein, who, of course, are good buddies as well. The Jeffrey Epstein suicide tapes didn't delete itself. Let's take a closer look. Breaking Epstein updates. The prince, the president, and the brother, and the meme. What else? I've been covering, you know, Epstein for years, guys, so let's just see what else we got. The ABC Epstein expose shines a light on the royal family's dark pedophile activity. Boom, Epstein Island invaded and exposed by independent journalists. Must see. That's when Luke Rudowski and Jeff Berwick stormed Epstein's Island. I was actually in the Caribbeans at the time. Had an opportunity to go with them, but I didn't because, well, I was actually on my honeymoon with my wife, so I wasn't about to go do that. But yeah, pretty cool that they got a chance to do that. Friends of Epstein may claim deepfake video if evidence of sexual activity emerges. Epstein's suicide, the autopsy, the bodyguard, the paintings, and the judge, what you need to know. Jeffrey Epstein's suicide, you won't believe what they are now claiming happened. Wow, I've got pages and pages of coverage of this. What's this? The Jeffrey Epstein suicide conspiracy explained in under 2 minutes. Oh yeah, I forgot about that video. When did I put that one out? Let's just see real quick. That's in 2019, August of 2019. The Jeffrey Epstein suicide conspiracy explained in under 2 minutes. What says breaking? Jeffrey Epstein dead from, quote, suicide while on suicide watch. I see Jason Burmis in the thumbnail there. It's probably an interview I did interviewing him. The truth about the Clinton body count and the Epstein connection. What you need to know. Or this one, breaking. Jeffrey Epstein pleads not guilty, facing a minimum of 10 years if convicted. Or this, busted in 2011, ex-Reddit CEO knew Ghislaine Maxwell was supplying underage girls for sex. Wonder if that's going to come up again in this trial. We shall see. And last but not least, the arrest of Ghislaine Maxwell has powerful people shaking in their boots. I probably put that out last year. Let's see. Yeah, July 5th, 2020, when she was arrested. So yeah, check all of this out, guys. As I said, just go to Press for Truth and use the search feature up here, right up here, and just type in any kind of keyword like Maxwell or Epstein or any topic that you're curious of, if I've ever covered that in the past and what my views on it are. And also, guys, check us out here. Click right there on donate if you do appreciate my efforts to continuously bring you this information. Here you can click on that, do a one-time donation with PayPal. If you're into the Bitcoin space and you're doing well there, you can contribute Bitcoin by clicking on that banner. If you're on Patreon, you can become a patron of mine by clicking on that banner right there. I also offer accept other cryptocurrencies. You can click there for that. This is here where you can sign up for a monthly reoccurring contribution that goes outside of any third parties, so you don't have to pay like a percentage to Patreon, for example. It'll go directly to me. Another good way to donate directly to me, especially if you're Canadian, is with an e-transfer, and those can be sent to dan@pressfortruth.ca. And also, if you like to keep it old school, you like, cash, checks, words of encouragement, equipment, anything like that, you can send that to my P.O. box, which is linked right here, linked in the description, rather, in the description below. So if you guys do, once again, appreciate my efforts to bring you this information, please check me out at pressfortruth.ca/donate. And I'm going to call it at that for today, guys. Just wanted to pop off, make this quick video. Look, my little guy's falling asleep here. I mean, yeah, I think it's time to go. It's time to go pick up our other little buddy. Real quick, I'm just going to check on your comments. Thanks, Dan. Great to catch this. Dan, you weak. I'm sorry. Okay, Bane. What am I weak on? Help me improve. Where are all the victims? Well, they're currently in a courtroom about to go on trial. Where are all the people who worked at that island? Yeah, good question. I mean, this is just that maybe why this thing is going to last like 6 weeks, they say, because there's probably a great deal of people who are going to be, called to the stand and have to answer to what they know. All right, not too many other questions. So I think we'll call it at that. Once again, yeah, we have the Ghislaine Maxwell trial going on now for the next month and a half or so. I'm going to continue to follow that one as more developments come out. Once again, I just want to thank everybody who has ever contributed to my efforts here at pressfortruth.ca/donate. It's only because of you guys that I'm able to continuously do this type of work and to bring you this information. So thank you so much for everybody who has contributed. It's greatly, greatly appreciated. And yeah, we're going to call it at that for today, guys. I got to go pick up my other dog. And I want to thank you all so much for watching. Stay tuned. We're going to be covering this, as I said, as it develops. So there'll be much more on this. Once again, if you need to catch up, go back into the archives, go back onto the Press for Truth, use the search feature, and you know, bone up on all the older Press for Truth videos that you've potentially missed out on. So go check that out. Thank you once again, everybody, for watching. This is Dan and Tony, 420 Tony here, my beautiful wife Amanda, signing off. Whoops. For Press for Truth. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. We're going to have more video reports coming soon, very soon, God willing. This is Dan Dix reporting for Press for Truth. Peace.
Most of the people that worked at